Hi there, Mimsy here. I'm going to show you how to make a rolled hem. I'm doing some napkins, some dinner napkins, and a rolled hem is the perfect finished edge for a thin to medium weight fabric. Let me give you a close-up on how the edge of this dinner napkin looks. See how nice that rolled hem is? So I'm going to show you how to do this on your sewing machine. And I generally like to do my dinner napkins with a round corner rather than a right angle. It's just easier to do a rolled hem on a round corner. I'll show you some tricks for doing right angles if that's what you're doing, but the round corner is easier. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is install our rolled hem foot, and that's what this is. It has a little curved piece of metal here that you feed your fabric into, and that's what creates your rolled hem. So you want to use a medium to lightweight fabric. This is actually leftover from a tablecloth that I had shortened. It was a rectangular tablecloth and I made it into a square tablecloth, so I had the perfect amount left over to make 6 18 by 18 inch napkins. You want to trim off any loose threads along the edge, or if the edge is starting to fray like it is here, you want to just trim that off as close as you can. One tip that's helpful if you're doing a rolled hem and you're having a hard time controlling the fabric or getting it to roll over, if you press it with some heavy starch, that's a helpful tip. To start your rolled hem, I like to start my rolled hem on a straightaway, and I'll show you how to start a rolled hem on a corner on a right angle after this. I just go ahead and feed the fabric. Let me do that again because I think my hand is in the way. You're going to just feed that fabric into that swirly gig. Drop your foot down and start stitching. And at this point, make sure that your needle placement is right so that it's actually hitting the hem. And you want to keep this raw edge so that it's like running right along, so you're rolling it over right along this piece here, because if you get too much fabric in the roll, it doesn't work great, and if you get too little, it doesn't roll over all the way and you end up with a single hem instead of a double hem. Here we're getting to the corner. Go slow on the corner. Make sure you keep enough fabric pulled up in that. Starting to come out of that. So the corners are definitely the hardest part, but if you take your time and go slow around the corners, making sure to keep enough fabric pulled up over that swirly gig thing, you will have success and you'll have a nice rolled hem all the way around. So just take the corners slowly. There's lots of uses for rolled hems in home decor sewing. I used a rolled hem in my circle table skirt that I'll show right here. I used that for that gathered skirting that goes around the bottom of the table skirt because it's a lightweight fabric, and that's a perfect hem for a full table skirt like that. I also used a rolled hem on my bed skirts. I made 2 twin size bed skirts and I put a rolled hem on both of those because that's also a lightweight fabric, and that's a perfect solution for a bed skirt hem rather than doing a full size hem. A rolled hem is perfect there as well. So, and of course in fashion sewing, a rolled hem is the perfect solution for the around the bottom of a blouse, a lightweight blouse, or even a full skirt. A rolled hem would be a nice solution. So there's a lot of uses for a rolled hem, and rolled hems do come in a couple different sizes. This one that I'm sewing right now is a 1/4 inch rolled hem. You could get larger rolled hem feet. There's a couple sizes bigger than this, up to like even a 1/2 inch rolled hem. So there's different sizes. This is the one that I believe just came with my sewing machine. I don't know, I've had it for so long. So there's options. Okay, so we're coming back to the point where I started, right here, and I'll show you. You gotta take you get close to it, you just take the fabric out of the roll, back up a little bit, and then you have to just manually roll it under and stitch. Okay, so here we have a napkin that's got a right angle, 90-degree angle, you see that? And we're going to go ahead and start our rolled hem right here at the corner, which can be difficult, but sometimes you have to do this. So the best way to do that is to go ahead and put your fabric in, just put it in there under the foot flat, and put in a couple stitches. Take that out, and see, now we've got a tail there to pull that. Make sure these threads are pulled back like you normally would. Now guide that fabric up into the swirly thing. Drop your foot down and grab hold of those tails that are sewn into your fabric and pull them behind your presser foot like this, and that will help pull the fabric through. Put your machine on forward. That will help pull the fabric through so that you don't get it stuck in the sole plate of your machine. And now you should be able to just sew normally. Still feeding that fabric in next to that guide right there. Okay. And that's a little trick to starting off on a right angle.